Surplus property is property that a public entity no longer needs or desires for public purposes. However, just because the entity no longer has a need for the property doesn't mean it isn't still a thing of value. Article 7, Section 14 of the state constitution states that a public entity cannot loan, pledge, or donate a thing of value belonging to the state or any of its political subdivisions. This means that it's mandatory that the public entity establish and document the value of the property it wishes to declare surplus, as any disposition of the property for below fair market value would be an unlawful donation, absent documented reasons why less than fair market value is accepted. So in order for a public entity to properly dispose of its public property that it considers to be surplus, the entity must follow the precise statutory guidelines to sell or otherwise dispose of the property. Revised Statute 33-4712 requires that municipalities adopt an ordinance declaring the property as surplus and setting the minimum value of the property. The ordinance must also set forth the method the municipality will use to dispose of the property. The Attorney General advises that, while not required to, parishes and other political subdivisions follow the procedures of Revised Statute 33-4712 in declaring property, whether land or equipment, as surplus and establishing the fair market value of the property. So let's say, for example, a city wants to sell some property it no longer needs. To do so, the city would have to draft an ordinance that 1. Declares the property to be surplus, 2. Sets a minimum value which is generally based on an appraisal, and 3. Sets forth the method to dispose of it, such as in a public auction or a direct sale. The method by which the public entity disposes of the property depends on whether the property is immovable, such as land, or movable, such as equipment. For immovable property, entities may sell the property at public auction or directly to an individual. The Attorney General has opined that public notice must be given of direct sales, including the proposed terms of the sale, as the public has a right to contest the direct sale or submit a more substantial offer. For movable property, the revised statutes generally provide 5 methods for disposal of surplus property by local entities. Sale by public auction under Revised Statute 49-125. Sale by internet auction under Revised Statute 33-4711.1. Sale under Revised Statute 33-4712F if the value of the equipment is less than $5,000. Sale or exchange for fair market value to another public entity under the Local Services Law, which is Revised Statute 33-1321 et sec. Or lastly, transfer of electronic devices to certified nonprofit entities in return for services under Revised Statute 49-125.1. Learn more by visiting the legal FAQs at the Legislative Auditor's website at lla.la.gov. This video is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for legal counsel. Please consult with your attorney before making any decisions.